Hello children, good morning. Yes, in the yesterday Google Meet already we discussed about some more concepts in that lesson, motion and time. Okay, now we discuss the concept time. Okay, so how the time was measured in the ancient period, now how we are measuring, etc. We discuss now. Okay, so in that lesson, time and motion and time. First of all, what is time? Okay, what is time? Means not at 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock, like not that one. Okay, time means it is a gap. Okay, so the gap between any two intervals is what we call time. That is the definition of time. Okay, the gap between two incidents or two events, gap or duration. For example, sunrise to sunrise, sunrise to sunrise, next sunrise. Okay, Nanda. So one sunrise to next sunrise, the duration, that is one time. Okay, Nanda. And sunset to sunset, and one moon, full moon day to one full moon day, like that. Any events or incidents, the duration between the two events or incident is what we call time. Nanda. Okay. So in the ancient period, nowadays we are using digital clocks and watches, etc. But in the ancient time there was no such devices. Then in that case, how the time was measured? Yes, they depend mainly on the sunrise only, because sunrise just automatically, and based on the different regions, it may be 5:30 to 6 a.m. like that in our country. Okay, no? So then we will feel that okay, it is now 6 o'clock or 5:30, and based on the sunset, the time may be and 6 o'clock or 5:30, 5:40, like that we may think. So in that case only, several some persons prepared sundial. Sundial, sundial. Sundial is nothing but very simple one only. It is a circular disc having numbers 12, 3, 6, 9. You can write all 1 to 12. Okay. So in this one, we have to fix one stick in the middle of the circular disc. We have to place a stick. So we have to place it in the sun and opposite to the sun. Okay. So we have to place this one in the sunlight. Then definitely the shadow will be fall down on the circular disc. Okay. So if the shadow falls here, then we feel it is at 7 o'clock. If it the shadow is at 11, then we feel it is 11 o'clock. Okay, Anna? So like that we can measure. So the time is measured as one day as sunrise to next sunrise. Okay, Anna? Sunrise to next sunrise, it is one day. One day. Okay, Anna? And one moon to next moon day, that is 1 month. And we know our earth is revolving around the sun, no? So revolution of earth, it takes 1 year. Okay, no? Revolution of earth around the sun, it is 1 year. Okay, no? Okay, it is very, very well and fine, but we not only need this day, month, year. We want than day will require short time also, because than a day we require hours, minutes, seconds also important. Is it or not? So how can we measure these hours, minutes, seconds, etc. by using devices like clocks? Okay, no? Nowadays we are using digital clocks also, digital watches and clocks and watches. Okay, no? So in the type of motions, already I told you periodic motion is one of the motion. So these clocks are example of periodic motion, because the hands of the clock, minute hand, second hand, hour hand, are in the clockwise direction, they rotate, no? So this type of motion in that clocks are called periodic motion. Okay, Nanda. So what is periodic motion? Periodic motion means the motion which repeats, the motion which repeats itself in the regular interval. The motion which repeats at regular interval, at regular interval of time. That is what we call periodic motion. Periodic motion. Regular interval. For example, yesterday I already told you that, for example, now the time is, for example, 7 o'clock. So after 12 hours, again the hour hand comes to this point only. That is a certain regular interval. So any motion which repeats at regular intervals, that is called periodic motion. Okay. So sunrise also, every day at 6 o'clock we can see sunrise. Next 24 hours. So that is also one periodic motion only. Okay. Yes. Now we go to oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion, it is one type of periodic motion only. Okay, oscillatory motion, it is one type of periodic motion. In this we can observe to and fro motion. To and fro. Okay, means front and back. Just for this example, we can observe that pendulum or simple pendulum. Pendulum or simple pendulum. Okay, in the simple pendulum, what we said, it is a fixed support and it is a thread, it is attached with a spherical ball. What we call this one? Bob. Okay, bob. What is bob? A spherical, a metal sphere, a small metal sphere. This is what we call bob. It is a thread. Okay. Now this simple device is what we call simple pendulum. Okay. So if you bring this bob to this end and we have to leave, then it makes to and fro motion, front and back, like that. So this is this type of motion. The to and fro motion of an object is what we call oscillatory motion. Okay. Yeah. And it goes here also. To and fro motion. Okay. So the to and fro motion of an object is called oscillatory motion. Best example is simple pendulum. Simple pendulum contains a bob, metal sphere, and thread. Okay. So in the next class we discuss depth about the simple pendulum. Okay. Different terms will be there. Oscillatory motion. Okay. That we discuss in the next class.